We keep it real.
We keep it raw.
We keep it uncut.
All day.
We are
Marriage Takeover.
Welcome to Kitchen Conversations. Welcome to Marriage Takeover, Kitchen Conversations. Hey, it's a takeover. Go ahead and rep your city. What city you repping? Welcome to Thursday Night Kitchen Conversations. We're super excited to be with you on this evening. Happy, glad about it. Go ahead and rep your city. You know how we do every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, we are Marriage Takeover, Kitchen Conversations. Go ahead and rep your city. Where you checking in from? Give us your city. Give us your state. Hey. It's Marriage Takeover, Kitchen Conversation. Hey. We are Marriage Takeover. Takeover. Welcome to Thursday Night Kitchen Conversations. Hey, take over. We are Marriage Takeover. Taking over. Hey, welcome to Kitchen Conversations. Last round. Go ahead and check in your city, your state. Last time. Check in. We are Marriage Takeover. Hey, takeover. We are Marriage Takeover.
Marietta, Georgia,
checking in. Welcome to Kitchen Conversations. Hey, we are Marriage Takeover. We are Marriage Takeover. Hey, takeover. We are Marriage Takeover. Taking over. Welcome everybody. Listen, it's your girl Tamika, and this is Marriage Takeover Kitchen Conversations. Listen, we normally do this with my husband. My other half, my better half, my wonderful half is not here with us tonight, but we want to welcome you still in his absence to Marriage Takeover Kitchen Conversations. We are here every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and what we do is we just have a conversation with you while we're cooking dinner. All right, so tonight, if y'all know, and y'all been here before, you know, like I'm not the best chef, like I'm not the cook. It's my husband. So what he's already done for me, which has been amazing, he's already prepared the shrimp. I'm a sides girl, so we're tonight on the menu is shrimp and grits. So I love grits. I do grits real well, and one of my specialty pieces. So we're gonna have that on tonight as we have a conversation about trust. Now, if you've never been here before, we help couples in crisis win in their marriage by identifying their triggers and breaking generational cycles. So with that, we have marriage takeover. So tonight we're gonna be talking about trust, right? So trust. What makes you trust in your relationship? What makes you not trust in your relationship? What barriers hinder you from trusting inside of your relationship? So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We are not going to be before you long. I'm going to got the water boiling for the grits. I got some bacon in the oven. The shrimp is already done, and we're gonna get it on. So if you've been here before, you know we like to have engagement. So make sure that you engage. We have a free challenge starting next week, Monday. I'm about to overboard. The water is running, y'all. So we have a free challenge starting next week. And it's going to be all week long. RenewMyMarriage.com. The link is in the bio. Make sure that you get that. Register for that. It's absolutely free for you to join us next week. And we're going to be talking about a whole lot of stuff. Triggers in your marriage. What is, helping you inside of your marriage, inside of your relationship, breaking down some of the different barriers, your BS, your ish, uprooting all of that stuff, getting to the intimacy and the sex, getting to all the things that are going to help you to develop, renew, and grow your marriage. So that's next week for us. And our first podcast of the new season drops on Monday. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. And that's anywhere podcasts are available. And that's Marriage Takeover. The Marriage Takeover show. We got a new look. And we have guests on the show this coming season. So we're super excited about that. So again, we got shrimp and grits on the menu. I'm going to go ahead and get these shrimps, the grits started. So talk to me. Do y'all like, let me start with this one first. I see we got Marietta, Georgia on. I don't know who else we got on here, but do y'all do grits with sugar or salt? Let me know what you got. Grits with sugar or salt? I want to try to figure out who really country and who really trying to be country. So we grew up in Florida, and we do our grits with butter and salt. There's a lot of people that do it with sugar, but I tell you, sugar is cream of wheat. That's like no longer grits. That's like cream of wheat. Questions, comments?
Someone said salt, no sugar, no diabetes.
Right. I'm like, how do you even put sugar inside of grits? Like, no judgment, no shame, but they don't even go together. Like, it don't even go together. So, but yeah, so we do salt and butter over here in these streets. We grew up in the South in Florida, and that was what we did. We had grits, and we use grits sometimes as like a form or a substitute of rice. Like we did grits and fish. We did grits and shrimp. We did grits and I don't know, pork chops. Like you name it. Like that's kind of what we did. So I've already added some salt. I normally don't measure, kind of go by what I think it's gonna do. But I'll tell you the secret to grits and why my grits are so amazing is you just gotta whip them. So I don't use like a regular spoon. You gotta use this little what is it called?
Whisk.
The whisk. So you use the whisk, and that's what you every 5 minutes you use the whisk. You turn it down low once it gets to a good boil, and every 5 minutes you use the whisk. And then you can add your butter to it and make it as creamy as you like to. Some people like to add milk. Some people like to add eggs. All I do is salt and butter and water. That's it. And they are the most amazing things in the world. So now with trust, let me talk about trust, right? So when trust comes, like when you are inside of a relationship, I think the big trust exercise or the trust factor is, can they use your phone? Can they have your phone? Can they take your phone and look through your phone and see everything that's inside of your phone? Can they look through your social media and see everything that's inside of your social media? Right? Some people will call that boundaries, but I like to say if you have nothing to hide, then can you truly trust your spouse? Can you truly trust the person that you are in a relationship with to be able to go through your social media, to be able to go through those things that you have that you keep secret, that you keep as your personal space, if you will, to be able to go through without any shame? Let me hear from you. Can you do that? Is that something that you could be like, okay, well, I'm gonna let you go through this time, but let me clean it out first. Let me pause for a minute, and then I'll come back to it. Like, what is that? Like with our kids, like we have this, and it's trust all around. So it's whether you're in a relationship now or if you have your kids, it's like a whole thing. Like with our kids, we do phone checks. Like what you looking at, what you doing, what you watching, who you talking to, what is going on. So same thing, kind of like with your spouse. Like, hey, can I see your phone? Like tonight, Eric had something going. He had another meeting to get to, and so we did the kitchen conversations. And he left his phone because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet on my own TikTok. So he had to leave his phone, and so he trusts me enough to be able, whether I decide to go through his phone or not go through his phone, but there is a level of something that he's no longer hiding. There's no fear. There's nothing that's preventing me from being able to go through his stuff or anything. There's nothing preventing him from me being able to see inside of the most intimate parts of him, which is his phone, right? His phone, his email. Like I got access to everything. Can you do that with your spouse? Are you okay? Oh, yes. Oh, that's the bacon. Y'all, please don't let me burn this stuff up. That is not what I need to do in these social media streets on tonight. So, and then if you aren't able to do that, what hinders you from doing that? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid that you're going to have to explain why you're doing what you're doing, why you're looking at what you're looking? Like, what is the hindrance from you going through and really exposing yourself? Because that's really what it is. You are exposing yourself to your spouse. You are exposing yourself inside of that relationship. What is the hindrance, or what are you afraid of from not exposing yourself with your spouse? Thoughts, comments. Now listen, y'all. I ain't gonna be talking to myself tonight, so I need y'all interaction. What is it truly that is stopping you? Because most of the time it's rooted in fear, or it's rooted in you are wanting to get, like you got to explain the extra layers. Now we haven't always been there. I'm gonna tell y'all, we haven't always been there. We've been married now 24 years, and we haven't always been at the level to where I could go through his phone and it not be an issue. Right? So it's like, because, I had a question, like, what's going on? What's this? What's that? But it was rooted out of my own insecurities. So what insecurities do you have that are preventing you from truly being able to get to a place with your spouse that you can truly trust them? Being able to get you to a place where, like, there's no argument after you look through their phone. There's no argument after you look through their email or their social media. Like, there's no argument. Are you at a place for that yet? And if you aren't, let's talk about why you aren't at that place. Questions, comments? And I think we hit on last week. One of the main reasons why it's really hard for you to trust somebody else in person or another human being is because, number one, we don't trust God. Right? Number one, we truly don't trust God. When we really sit and we start unpacking things, like, we trust God in some areas, and I'll be 100% transparent. Like, I trust God in a lot of areas in my life, but then there are some areas I'm like, God, now you sit, like, your girl. So between you and me in this situation, like, you gotta throw a rope, you gotta do a sign, almost like Gideon. Like, you gotta do something, because I need to make sure that before I take this step, that this is what you want me to do. And oftentimes it's hard for us to trust somebody that we see, because we can't even trust somebody that we don't see. We can't trust the all supreme over our life. And so because we've had these hidden failures, because we've had the mistakes, because life has served us what it has served us, we then go through a process where we're like, well, I don't know if I could trust this, because the last time I saw this, or the last time this looked the way that it looked, then something happened. I remember what happened then. I remember what happened there. And then sometimes you use wisdom, right? But when it comes to the fear of why you don't trust somebody, what is the root to that? Is it because of your fear? Is it because of your insecurity? Is it because of what life has served you? Is it because you just don't trust at all, period? And then I know some people will say, well, the word of God says, trust no man, right? You're right. Trust no man. But when it comes to being able to trust God, do we trust God enough to trust our spouse? Do we trust the God in our spouse enough to trust our spouse? Because the reality is we're not really just trusting our spouse. We're really trusting the God in our spouse. We're really trusting how they are following God to be able to guide the family, how they are following God to be able to lead the family, how they're following God to make sure that things are set up, the vision is set up, and everything that we need inside of our household, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, financially, like everything, we're trusting the God in them to make sure that we have what it is we need or what it is we desire. So do we trust God enough to be able to trust the God in them? Y'all talk to me. I'm gonna stir these grits. And so I don't believe in instant grits, so it's gonna take the grits a little bit to make sure that it's ready. And I think we have to add a few more grits just because it's a little watery. And when you got your grits, they have to make sure, number one, that they don't pop up and hit you while it's hot. And then, because when it's bubbling and them grits get you, it's not just like oil popping you on your skin, right? Because you got the grits are hot, and then it bubbles up on your skin, and then it sits and it rests. So you gotta make sure you don't get popped by the grits. So,
someone said, "Hey,
how you doing?" All right, so we just got the grits going, and they're boiling just a little bit. So I'm gonna let them rest a little bit more. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, we got a shrimp and grits going. I got the grits going, right? And there's a science to the grits. So I got the grits going, and they're moving, and then I got some bacon in the oven. And Eric has already done the shrimp for me because I was like, babes, I don't want to mess up nothing. I don't want nothing. And y'all know he the for real chef. So he'll be back next week. But yes, questions, comments.
They said doing good.
Woo!
But for those that just joined the live.
For those that are just joining the live, welcome. I'm Tanika. My wonderful, amazing husband, Eric, is not here with us tonight, but we are Marriage Takeover Kitchen Conversations. We're here every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Thursday. We just have a conversation while we're in the kitchen. Tonight, we're talking about trust again. And we got shrimp and grits on the menu. And then I got some bacon in the oven. And when the bacon comes out, it's going to be all crispy. I'm going to crumble it over on top of everything. And it's going to be amazing. All right. So, let's see. I just asked a question. What is it that hinders you from trusting the God in your spouse? I want us to have that conversation, unpack that. What is it that hinders us from doing that? If you're just tuning in, you missed the whole spiel. But yeah, what is it that hinders us from being able to do that? I'm just gonna warm up the shrimp. They laughing at me?
No, chef just put in the chat. They said butter, salt, and pepper for the grits, no sugar.
That's it. That's it. I'm trying to see. That's somebody that knows some grits. That right there. I don't know. When these people just do the sugar and jelly, how do you do that? That's like cream of wheat with like sugar and honey. Like, what is that? You might as well just dip porridge instead of or oatmeal instead of grits. All right, so I think the bacon looks like it's all right. So we're gonna pull this bacon on out and let it rest. Woo-hoo. All right, we're gonna pull the bacon out, let it rest. So yeah, so what prevents you from trusting the God of your spouse? Like nobody talking back. So that means that everybody trusts their spouse. Everybody trusts the person that they're in a relationship with, which is amazing. What's the matter?
So let's say if it was grits by itself, then yeah, the sugar, but you have shrimp and bacon.
You could do shrimp and bacon.
No. They said if it was grits by itself, then yeah, for the sugar. But since you have shrimp and bacon, no.
Oh. Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. That shrimp and That bacon and that. Wait a minute. They talking about grits and sugar. Oh no. So are you up north with the grits and the sugar? Is that up north? Where they from? Where you repping there from? Talking about grits and sugar. Oh, cancel. Okay. Yep, I'm about to stir the grits. Give me just a minute. I'm gonna add some butter to it.
They said it's a South thing.
No. I'm from the South. I'm from the dirty South.
They in Virginia.
Oh, that ain't no. Now you below makes some decent lines, so that makes it the South. But Florida, we do butter and we do salt. So Virginia, you still kind of sort of we call that semi-north with the sugar. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit because y'all, I do not want these grits to pop me. Have y'all ever been popped by some grits? It's worse than being popped by grease. All right. Ooh, Jesus. All right, so
they said was raised in the country.
Ooh, raised in the country, and y'all did sugar on the grits. Ooh, man. Man, oh man. All right, well, I guess everybody a little different. That's like, I don't know. That's like, so what's the difference between oatmeal or porridge or cream of wheat when you do the grits with the sugar? Let's have that conversation. What's the difference? Because I don't know.
Someone said in North Carolina, we did sugar. Now I live in Maryland, so I do salt.
What? Y'all in North Carolina, y'all did sugar too? So then maybe we didn't get the memo down in Florida, because in Florida we did salt and we did butter. That was it. So for the ones who have had the sugar and the salt, which one do you like the best, the sugar or the salt?
Someone else said they don't do sugar in New York.
Oh, okay. So you in New York and you don't do sugar, okay? So I guess that's just.
Someone said the salt tastes better.
Okay, see, yeah, I believe salt tastes better. I don't know. I feel like when you do, I guess it is a breakfast meal, but I feel like whenever you do grits with sugar, it's like it should be porridge or it should be like oatmeal, like a hot sugar, a hot cereal, if you will.
Someone else said salt and cheese, and someone else voted for sugar.
Yep. So I was gonna put cheese in here. And the only reason why I'm not doing cheese tonight, because I was gonna put Cooper cheese in there. The only reason I'm not doing it tonight is because I'm crumbling the bacon on top. So it's gonna be too much salt. But yes, sugar, cheese and grits, man. That right there, oh my gosh, yes.
Then your husband commented.
The husband commented, y'all. He's watching. Y'all show him some love. I'm doing all right, baby. Am I doing all right? I'm trying to hold it down.
He says you are looking good in the kitchen, honey.
Yes, I'm trying to hold it down. We almost ready. We almost done. So nobody wanted to comment about what it looked like for. So then that means that everybody is trusting their spouse, right? That means that everybody is trusting God and trusting the God in their spouse, and we cool, right? So that's good. So then we're gonna have this conversation about these grits. Because I'm trying to figure out why is the grits with the sugar. We got New York with grits and salt, which is good, because I just thought that the people in way down south did it. And then we got Virginia who does grits with sugar. And I know people in Maryland, we like semi half, right? It's like some do salt, some do sugar. But y'all help me to understand that. Like, is it and again, there's no judgment, y'all. We just having fun. So is it because it reminds you of, like, is it like hot and sweet? Like, what does it even taste like? Somebody help me to understand what that tastes like. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a little side tonight, and I'm gonna just add a little bit of sugar in it so I can see what it tastes like tonight.
Someone said Baltimore does sugar too, but
Baltimore does sugar too?
But they were raised on butter, dal, and cheese.
Okay, so how do you go from the cheese, the butter, and the salt to sugar? Y'all help me understand that, because I'm just like, I think it's like it's almost a whole meal by itself, right? With just the sugar, with just the, y'all got me saying sugar, with just the salt and the butter. It's like a whole meal in and of itself.
So what's that? I don't do sugar.
Right, because it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's like a weird combination. Y'all, these grits, it's gonna pop me, y'all. It's gonna pop me, it's gonna pop me, it's gonna pop me.
Oh, someone said sugar and grits. It tastes like a bowl of grits gone wrong. Oh my goodness.
I know. That's what I feel like.
There's someone else that you're going to be hooked when you try it with sugar.
I'm gonna let go of my royal oats, so it'll be good. Yo, I tell you, I do nothing else but salt. And some people do pepper. Like, we got a cousin in North Carolina who does salt, pepper, and butter. And I guess that's all right too. I don't really I prefer it without the pepper. I hope you're not listening.
And so it said now if the grits are with something, they want you sugar, but as long as it doesn't have butter in it.
Really? So you'll do the plain grits with just sugar.
And then someone else said their great aunties cook the grits in heavy whipping cream and before adding the cheese.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
And then someone else said grits and tomato.
Ooh, I ain't never had that before. Grits and tomatoes.
And then
So wait a minute, are the tomatoes stewed, fried, or like how are the tomatoes done?
There's someone else said that they're in Virginia and salt, pepper, and butter.
Okay, so we got Virginia and Maryland kind of split 50-50 with the sugar or the salt. See, I love that. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know about this. I am going to, just for y'all, I am going to taste what it's going to taste like with a little bit of sugar on tonight. We'll do mine separately because our family is used to,
I want to try it too.
Oh, okay. So, baby girl, my daughter said she's going to try it too. So, we're going to try it tonight, y'all. And then I'll have to post and let y'all know how it tastes because I ain't never had that before. It just reminds me of like a porridge. It just doesn't seem like it go together.
And
yes.
Someone else said it's grits and lima beans are good.
See, now that's country. Because we used to use grits as like a side. And I'm telling you, we would do grits and pork chops. We would do grits and you name it. We substituted grits for like a rice. So, yeah.
And then they said the tomatoes were stewed.
Okay, I've never had that before. You got to send that recipe over to us. Let us try that. I've never had that before. I've had fried tomatoes, green fried tomatoes, and grits, and I think it was bacon. I've had that before, but never the stewed tomatoes.
Then someone else said, "Nah, try the grits on camera. Get close to it too."
Yo, let me try on camera. Oh man, that is hilarious.
Someone else said fish and grits.
Yes, fish. Now that's my favorite. My all-time favorite is fish and grits. Man, and then when you do the fish though, you have to make sure that you do the fish with the cornmeal and the flour mix. You can't just do fish with the flour. Like it's gotta have a cornmeal mix to it.
And someone else said they eat grits, but they have never made them.
Oh, sweet. Okay. It's a science to it now. For sure. It's a science to it.
Someone else said shrimp grits and gravy.
What kind of gravy? So is this like the brown gravy, or is this like you know how sometimes they can make like the seafood, like Eric will, I'm not gonna make it. I was gonna try to make it today, y'all, but I'm not gonna mess it up. Eric does this little roux, and Chef Mike, he does a roux on top of like the shrimp and the grits, and so I don't know if you call that gravy, but I call it a sauce just because it's a sauce, but I ain't gonna mess it up. So yeah, is that kind of gravy, or is it like brown gravy?
They say you can make your own gravy.
Okay, sweet.
And then someone else said, nope, no way sugar. Grits equal butter and salt.
That's right. That's what I say too. Man.
They said, what's it, New Jersey style eating.
Oh, and see you in Jersey. Okay, sweet. Most of the people that I know up north do sugar. So New York and Jersey, y'all done proved me wrong. I love it. I love it. Y'all doing salt and butter up north. I love it. Because most people I know is it wasn't until we got to Maryland when we heard all of the people talking about putting sugar with grits. I was like, I didn't realize there was another option. There's an option to what you put in grits? That's not even an option. Yes.
And they said there's like cheesy grits. It would be cheese, no salt, and maybe butter.
Yes.
This is New Jersey style.
New Jersey style, yep. But you got to use the right kind of cheese. Like we just found out, like, you know, there's American, there's the American, there's the white American, there's a provolone, there's the pepper jack. What else have we used? We never use mozzarella because it's not salty enough. But we just found out about this Cooper cheese. Oh my God. That cheese alone, but because it's got a high salt content and I've already done the bacon, I'm not gonna put the 2 and 2 together because we trying to not have a whole bunch of salt in all of our meals. But it is so good. So if you ever try that Cooper cheese, try the Cooper cheese with your grits. That's amazing.
And someone else said that they know some people in New York that that put salt and butter in their grits.
Sweet. See, okay. So that y'all are the good right people up north in New York because and Jersey. Because everybody, y'all, these grits is popping. Y'all.
Get an oven mitt.
Get an oven mitt.
Because if you get an oven mitt, like if it pops, you won't feel it.
Oh my God. Okay. I think the grits are about done. I used all my butter. And
someone said the ones who use sugar usually have 7 roots. They use, and the person who said the comments that they use cheddar cheese.
Okay, cheddar cheese is good too. Yes, yes.
Ooh, and someone else asked, have you ever fried grits?
I ain't never fried grits. Like, how do you fry grits? I don't know. Like, you help me to understand how you fry grits. So how do you fry grits? I ain't never had fried grits before. How do you fry it? Help me to understand that. Y'all educate me on tonight because I've never had that before.
What if it's kind of used similar like how cornmeal is? Like when you fry something?
But how would you like use it? You would just eat it, you would just put it in the pan and just like sear it fried, or are you like dropping it? So when you say fry, I think of oil fried.
Like deep fried.
Yeah, like deep fried.
Oh, they said you let it get cold and roll it up and batter it and fry it.
I ain't never had that before. No. What? We gonna have to try that.
Took a screenshot.
I know. We gonna have to try that. Let me taste. That is amazing.
You're not gonna show them? Not gonna let them have any.
I know. Well, hold on. I gotta add a smidget of salt to it. Just a smidget.
Remember, bacon's going on top.
I know. But I just want to, you know how when you sometimes your grits be so good you don't need nothing else with it? Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to give those a few more minutes. Let it thicken up just a little bit. Because we don't want any runny grits. And if y'all saw, I had to add just a little bit of grits to it just to thicken it up just a little bit. Because we don't want runny grits. So we got the grits going. The shrimp is done. The bacon is done. And I guess it's just me and baby girl tonight. But what I am going to do while the grits are still hot when they start is I'm going to go ahead and make Eric a plate and set it aside in the microwave, so when he gets home, All he has to do is just pop it, turn the microwave on.
Or if you go ahead and try the grits with sugar, see if you have enough time to make those.
So I gotta wait for the grits to get done first. But I'll pull out the sugar just to see what it tastes like, cause y'all, I don't know what that's gonna look like, what that's gonna taste like.
And so what's that? You can tube fry grits.
What's a tube fry grits? How do you tube fry? So y'all, not listen.
Maybe it's like
y'all must not know. Y'all must not come here regularly because I'm not the chef. I don't even know what a tube fry is. That's like some extra kitchen language with tools and gadgets and things that I've never even heard of.
Maybe it's like when you fry it, when you roll it up.
How is a tube? That means that you got to use something to put the tube in, right? That's something. That's a device you're using, right?
They said to YouTube.
I don't know. Listen, how do you do that? How do you tube fry? I'm gonna have to try to figure that out because the fried grits and the tube grits I've never even heard of.
Aw, it's nice. Someone said their family uses grits with the soft scrambled eggs as like their baby's first food.
Yep, that's exactly I shouldn't say all our kids, like we got a whole bunch of them, but both of our kids, that was their first like real meal was grits and eggs. That was your first meal, and that was EJ's first meal. That was standalone. And you just see it, watch the little belly swell up, and they would be good for hours. Loved it.
Click start. Click start.
Oh, is that what I keep forgetting to do? All right, so we're gonna let that do a little bit longer. Y'all, I'm gonna try these grits with this sugar.
Oh, no, they were saying that you should, they weren't saying tube grits. They were saying that you should watch YouTube and research fried grits.
Oh, okay. So y'all, I got my daughter. She monitoring what's going on. She monitors every Thursday night. She does an amazing job. So sometimes we see all of the comments, sometimes we don't, and then we have to go based off of her interpretation of what it is. So thank you, baby girl.
It really said tube fried. It said tube fried grits.
No, she does an amazing job, though, y'all. So thank y'all so much. So I'm gonna go and look at the YouTube for the fried grits because that's it. I've never heard that before, but it sounds kind of good. It sounds like it would be really good with hush puppies too.
Oh
yeah. It still didn't start, Alina.
No, it went off. You sure it's been a minute? See, look, it just changed. See?
All right.
It went from 5 minutes to 4.
All right, y'all. So I guess it ain't gonna matter how the grits taste with this. Here we go. I'm only gonna do a little bit because I don't want to mess up our grits. Do you want to try some too, honey?
Yes, please.
All right.
So I said I want to see you try the grits with sugar.
Listen. Thank you, babes. All right, y'all. Ugh. Y'all got me trying this stuff in these streets. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
They say get close to the camera.
Ooh, Lord.
When Dad said don't burn yourself.
I'm trying not to. God knows I'm trying not to. These grits, boy, you get them a going and turn them down just a little bit more.
So it said you're gonna be hooked.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hooked. So I can't add no salt to it, just sugar. Well, I already added salt to it. So
They said get close to the camera so we can see your face.
Listen.
Oh, so what's the hello family? Hope you guys had a wonderful week so far.
Hey fam, it's been good. It's been so good. Hope you had a good one too. Yeah, it's been so good. So listen.
They said
y'all
that they tried.
up.
They said that they had tried the grits with sugar and that they just can't.
Listen.
So it
Yeah,
said
I'm
stir it
nervous.
well. So it said stir it well.
I'm so nervous. Oh, I had a spoon earlier. I put it in the sink already. Oh, y'all.
Oh, I just want to say I love your kitchen. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Sunshine. You gonna try this one?
Mm-hmm.
You stir that one up. All right, y'all. All right.
Get close to the camera.
Oh my goodness.
Want me to try it first?
Y'all, okay, so so y'all see it's grits. I added some sugar to it. I don't know how much I added. It was like maybe a teaspoon.
Want me to try it first?
You wanna try it first? We try at the same time.
Okay.
Ready? Wait. Lord bless this food. Take all the berries out, Lord. Let it be nourishment to our bodies. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. It tastes like oatmeal with cinnamon.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like kettle corn. It tastes like kettle corn. I don't know if I can do it though. It tastes like a mushy kettle corn popcorn.
Someone said it's like putting salt on watermelon.
Yeah, I don't know if I can yeah.
So me personally, because back in like my kindergarten years, we had breakfast. The school would make like oatmeal with cinnamon on top. This is what it tastes like.
So
to me anyways.
But see, there's oatmeal for that. Right? And you shouldn't try to make grits oatmeal. It tastes like
This is because you added salt. That's why it tastes like that.
Is that why it tastes like? I don't know if I can do it without salt though.
This
y'all.
is try it one more time.
Listen, I don't know if I can try it one more time.
And Dad asked if you could show the grits again.
It's just some regular grits, honey, and I just added salt to it. That's all. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that, y'all.
And someone else said sugar do not go on grits.
It's like a mushy. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a mushy hot kettle popcorn. Oh, so baby girl liked it. Here, give me my spoon. She liked it.
Because it reminds me of that oatmeal that I had when I was a kid.
But there's oatmeal for that, right?
I get that, but I mean, like, it tastes like it. You know, like when people make fake meat and it tastes like it?
Y'all, I got to get this taste out of my mouth. I don't know if I can do that, y'all. Ooh. Listen. I tried it. You know how they say don't knock it till you try it? Don't knock it till you try it. But listen, I tried it. And I ain't gonna be mad at y'all. But just know that if we come and we do a couples get together or meet up in your area, the main side of grits, we might just have to set aside a pot just for the people who want the sugar with their grits if we do a brunch. Because I don't know. I don't know, y'all.
Someone said it's different than oatmeal. It's different with oatmeal.
All right, y'all. I don't know.
Someone else said that they've eaten salt on watermelon, and they think that you're right about the kettle corn. No way.
Yeah, it tastes like kettle corn, like a mushy kettle. Like it ain't even a. I don't know, y'all. I tried it though. I tried it. I ain't gonna knock it. I might not do it again, but I tried it, and I think I prefer the taste of the grits.
With sugar?
And with salt and the butter. So what I'm going to first do, I do want to set aside Dad's bowl. Let me set his aside first, and then we should be good to go. All right. So, woo. All right, so we actually can plate his too. And what we'll do is we'll use his as an example for the plating. You know what we didn't consider?
What?
How we gonna get these shrimps out of the thing? Hold on a second. We don't want to do the tongs. So he put, let me see. I know he used olive oil.
You know, he might need a bit more, he might want a bit more grits.
Well, we gotta make sure there's gonna be enough for So he put up some little bell peppers in here, or sweet peppers, and I think it was onions and what else was it? And olive oil, and then he made the shrimp, and so I think this is going to be amazing. And then I'll put that. Oh, you know what I probably should not have done? I'm gonna have to make another plate. I probably shouldn't have put the bacon in there because it's gonna be soggy by the time he gets home to eat it. So I'll leave the bacon separate. But
That could be
ladies
mine then.
and gentlemen, here are your shrimp and grits, and he's got peppers on there, and then it's sprinkled and topped with some butter. I meant some bacon. So this is, you know, without the sugar, but I'm so excited about it. It's going to be amazing. So this is the Kitchen Conversations, and y'all, thank y'all so much. I appreciated the feedback. I appreciated the dialogue, and I tried something new tonight. Y'all have educated me on something new tonight too. I got to go find this YouTube for these fried grits because I need to figure out how you make the fried grits. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. So listen, Eric will be back next week. I'm excited about it. Y'all know it's a whole different dynamic when he's with us. So I miss him on tonight. He'll be back with us next week. And remember to go to renewmymarriage.com, sign up for the free challenge. We got the free challenge started on Monday. We're super excited about that. And we'll be back here on Monday for couples prayer. And that's Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's it. I'm your girl, Tamika. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for educating me. Thank y'all so much for entertaining me with the grits and the sugar and the salt and the butter and where y'all from and how y'all ate them. I so appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your time on tonight, and we will see you on Monday. Have a great night. Did it turn it off? No. There we go.